Satikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jatapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunathan Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Samatutam Pradijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lolita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha E Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kamshana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Horipriye Vansha Kolpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you all very much for gathering here. We're reaching the end of the month of Kartik, Damodar. As described in Shastra, there are so many benefits to remembering Lord Krishna in the Damodar Mass. Srila Prabhupada explained that it's something like a sale. A store holds a sale, half price, 60% off, just to attract new customers. But those who are already customers, they'll buy there anyway. So some of us may be new customers, some of us may be returning customers, but we hope that as the sale month ends, we'll continue with this transcendental business of rendering devotional service to Krishna. Yayatma Suprasidati in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the one activity that will completely satisfy the self, completely satisfy the heart. Other activities will not ultimately bring us satisfaction or bring us to the goal of life. They'll be finished in the course of time. Our national activities, our political activities. People, now the election day is coming, I think, in a couple of days. Elect me, I'll make you happy. But no one will get lasting happiness by electing this or that candidate. Similarly, no one will get lasting happiness from family life, from gratification of our senses. Nothing will, even from liberation. Even freedom from birth and death won't satisfy the soul, because freedom on its own is not healthy life. If I'm free from disease, that doesn't mean I'm healthy. When I go back to work, when I again, and have my enjoyable activities, then I'm free. But till then, incomplete. So this is the perfect activity of devotional service, or devotional service is itself the most complete activity. I wanted to read just a verse, maybe one, as we're leaving the Damodar month. Namo Deva Damodar, Ananta Vishnu. The prayer, we're singing these 8 prayers, Damodar Ashtakam, in the evening. For those who've not reviewed them, they're very sweet prayers and full of meaning also. The author says, Namo Deva Damodar, O Damodar. Damodar, your waist is bound up by the ropes of Yashodamai. So one might think that you're an ordinary child, but no. Ananta Vishnu. You're the unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although you're being tied up, that tying up also was impossible. Yashodamai was trying to tie the knot on the rope. The rope is 2 fingers too short. She's getting another rope, again 2 fingers, another rope, all the ropes, still 2 fingers too short. Because she's trying to tie up Ananta Vishnu. Ananta means endless. Oh, how can we tie up the endless, unlimited personality of Godhead? But Krishna, out of love, in response to the love of Yashodamai, agrees, yes, all right, you're working too hard, you can tie me up. Ananta Vishnu. Then Prasida Prabhu Dukujalanti. Magna. Prasida Prabhu, O Supreme Lord, Prabhu, please be kind to me. To attain Krishna consciousness is not dependent on our own personal prowess. Because I'm a great scholar, or because I'm full of good qualities, or because I was born in a good family, or because I'm doing first-class sadhana, or because I've performed this charity, or this sacrifice, or this shubha-kriya, this pious activity. Therefore, I can attain perfection. I can get free from material existence. No, prasida. It depends on the mercy of the Lord. It's not a mechanical process. If I do this, then you have to do that. I did this many sacrifices, you have to give me this result. No. Maybe in the material sphere, Hiranyakashipu, I've done these tapasyas, you have to give me this result, even if you don't like it. But for Krishna consciousness, there's no mechanical exchange or no price that we can pay. I did this, I did that. It's up to Krishna's mercy. Janati Tattvam Bhagavan Bhagavan Himna Tapi De Deva Padam Bhujam Tvaya Prasada Leshanugrihite. Who can understand Krishna? It's a person who's gotten a little mercy from Krishna. That's the only qualification. To get the mercy of Krishna or to get the mercy of Krishna's devotee, the spiritual master or Vaishnava, then it's possible. Not because I've come with all of my qualifications. Here's my list. Prasada Leshana, a little fragment of mercy from Krishna. Janati Tattvam Bhagavan. He can understand the greatness of Krishna. So, Prasida Prabhu, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das Thakur was also praying. What is that? Not Hakubananda Sutta. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koramone. Tamabhina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsara. My dear Lord, please be merciful to me. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kora means please give your mercy. We're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll chant. Prabhupada explained, it means we're praying to Krishna, please give me your mercy. Please engage me in your service by your causeless mercy. So finally, everything depends on the mercy of Krishna. Even materially, if we want to achieve success in any material endeavor, finally it's Krishna's mercy only. If he decides against it, then nothing will happen. But material success is not Krishna's real mercy. People ask, please give your ashirvad, your blessing. Now, what do you want? My son should pass his exams. My father's health should improve. My business should succeed. Last week, someone was asking, earnestly, please give your ashirvad that my business will succeed. What ashirvad? I have no success in business. What can I do for you? But it's a waste to why ask for such a small thing? My business should be successful. My business may succeed or fail, but let me be engaged in the service of Krishna. Dhruva Maharaj was offered blessing because Dhruva Maharaj his brother was killed by the Yakshas. So then Dhruva retaliated by killing so many Yakshas. Then Lord Brahma and Yaksharaj Kuber appeared before Dhruva. My dear boy, this is not your duty to kill so many innocent Yakshas for the offense of one. You please stop this killing business. And Dhruva Maharaj was very humble, he agreed. And Kubera, Yaksharaj, was pleased. So please take some benediction from me. I'm very satisfied. So Kubera is the treasurer of the demigods. Treasurer of the demigods. Not treasurer of the National Reserve. Treasurer of the demigods. How much can he give? So, Dhruva Maharaj's puts his request before Kubera, that yes, please give me your blessing that I can always be engaged in the service of Krishna. This is the real thing. Everything else will be gone. But if we can be engaged in the service of Krishna, then our life is successful. So the author says, Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdi Magnam. I'm suffering in material existence. My business may succeed or fail, but my life in this material world means suffering. It's like an ocean of suffering, especially in Kali Yuga. So many sufferings. But at any time, there's always suffering from other living beings. Same people who are asking us to elect them, will cause us so much suffering. Suffering from nature, too hot, too cold, and suffering from our own bodies and our own minds. So it's like an ocean of suffering. The author says, please just cast your glance over me. If Krishna just glances over us, our life is successful. Kripa drishti vishyati dinam bhatana. I'm very fallen person. Dina. Dina hina yatachilo diname utari. About Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it said that he uplifted those who are dina hina. Who's dina hina? Abhakta hinjar. Those who are not engaged in the service of Krishna, they're disconnected. Just like now we're seeing the fall season has come, so the leaves are falling from the trees. And what happens when they fall? They become brown and they turn to rubbish. As long as they're in summer, they stay connected to the trees. But when autumn comes and the leaves fall, they're disconnected. So, disconnected means useless life. What are those trees? Evergreen. The evergreen trees, the leaves are always connected. So they remain green. But now the other leaves are falling, disconnected. And then we sweep them. And now they get in the way, they're rubbish. So we sweep them away. Engage someone to sweep them away. So when we're connected with Krishna, then our life is very valuable. A happy life and a life of meaning. When the hand is connected to the body, it's getting strength and it's doing something useful. When it's disconnected, then useless. So abhakta means those who are not engaged in the service of the Lord. Hinchar, they're miserable. They're miserable. They may be making a show of being happy. You see them on the posters, happy, happy, happy. But actually they're miserable. Dina hina yata chilo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's started the Sankirtan movement so that everyone can be engaged in the service of Krishna, even in this dark age of Kali. Such a nice thing that just by chanting Hare Krishna, just by hearing about Krishna, just by doing some service to Krishna, Mukta Sangha, one becomes freed from ignorance, freed from passion, even freed from mundane goodness. And Parambrajait, one becomes eligible to attain the highest perfection of life, going back home, back to God. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes this possible for everyone. Everyone. I was just coming from South Africa some weeks ago, and there was a program in a small town. Simple program. Kirtan and some little talk, more kirtan, prasad. And the people who came were all the African people. And that also from very poor section. This town is a dying town. It's a mining town, and the mines are declining. So the people are living in shacks. Simple people. But they came and they chanted Hare Krishna so enthusiastically. Little children all chanting Hare Krishna, adults all chanting Hare Krishna with great enthusiasm. And listening with interest to the little Krishna Katha, more chanting, and then taking prasad so nicely. Serving, honoring prasad. So even though they may be simple people, Mukta Sangha Parambrajait, they're better than the greatest scholars. The scholars will argue and publish their papers, and but what will they get? Some academic recognition, maybe they'll get tenure, but at the end, no mukti and no parambrajait. Just mrityu samsara vartani, aprapyamam nivartante, because they have no interest in Krishna consciousness, ashradhana. Then mrityu samsara vartani, they'll continue on the path of birth and death. But these simple people who are chanting Hare Krishna and very nicely honoring prasadam get the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Patita Pavana Hetu Tamamata. He's the kind to the most fallen. In Kali Yuga, practically everyone is most fallen. Who's great in Kali Yuga? To be great in Kali Yuga is no great thing. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't matter. Someone may be big or small, someone may be learned or foolish, aristocratic or simple. But anyone who joins the Sankirtan movement chanting Hare Krishna, Mukta Sangha, gets free from material existence, because the holy name of Krishna is not different from Krishna. Nam Chintamani Krishna is Chaitanya Sadhukya. Whoever is chanting Hare Krishna is associating with Krishna. Who is so unfortunate as to want to reject the association, the opportunity to associate with Krishna? So it's a simple thing, but so powerful. chant Hare Krishna, get free from material entanglement, and go back to God. I'm chanting, but I'm still entangled. Go on chanting, go on chanting. The result will be there. What is that? Shraddha Shabde, Vishwash Kodi, Sudrita Nishchoy. Then, Krishna Bhakti Koilo, Sarva Karma. This is called Shraddha, faith, confidence. That's simply by performing devotional service to Krishna, I'm doing everything. There's nothing else that I have to perform, pious activities, to give charity, to do this, to do that, to perform some auspicious ritual. No, just by devotional service. There was some meeting in the house of the uncle and father of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. There was some discussion of the glories of the holy name. And the scholars were out doing one another, glorifying the holy name. Finally, the topmost glorification. That this chanting of the holy name is equal to performing 100,000 Ashwamedha Yagyas. Ashwamedha Yagya is a super powerful pious activity. One gets hundreds of benedictions. And the scholars said that this chanting of Hare Krishna, chanting of the holy name, is as good as performing 10,000, 100,000 Ashwamedha Yagyas. Oh, Haridas Thakur was there, and great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was asked his opinion. Yes, you've committed a great offense to the holy name. To compare this Ashwamedha Yagya as a mundane, ritualistic activity meant for maybe going to the heavenly planets in this material world, getting some wealth or sense enjoyment. So to compare the chanting of Hare Krishna to these Ashwamedha Yagya is an offense to the holy name of Krishna. It's an offense to the holy name of Krishna. Because Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Bhinnatan. There's no difference between Krishna and the holy name of Krishna. By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Prema Pradayate, one can get love for Krishna. Now I have love for sense gratification. But if I can get love for Krishna, how my life will be nice. So if we go on chanting Hare Krishna, the result will come. Therefore, Rupa Goswami, Utsaha Nishchaya. Go on chanting with enthusiasm. Go on chanting with confidence. Yes, this is the right method. And Dharya, a little patience, because not everything happens overnight. But if we stick to this process, then perfection will jasanga parambrajait. O kripa drishti vrishya tidina patana. My dear Lord, please cast your merciful glance on me. Please. We come for darshan of the deity, and there are two ways of seeing the deity. One is that we're looking and looking, and we're trying to see Krishna. We know the deity is Krishna, so we're looking and looking, and we're trying to see Krishna. Of course, that's how we used to do it. Now we come. And I've come to photograph, my dear Lord, I've come to get your photo. But in the language of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that means that we're thinking, I'm the subject and Krishna is the object. Subject means the person who's perceiving. Just like we say, I give my opinion, and you say, oh, that's subjective. Right? You say, that's subjective. What does it mean? It means that's your opinion. You're the subject, and you're giving your subjective opinion about the object, whatever it may be. So I'm thinking I'm the subject, and Krishna's the object. I'm the seer, and Krishna's the seen. And so I'm coming for darshan. That means I'm coming to see Krishna. Well, good. So many people are going to see the cinema, going to see the Super Bowl, going to see this or that. Someone is coming to see Krishna. Good. But Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur advised, no, don't try to see Krishna. Try to act in such a way that Krishna will see you. Try to act in such a way that Krishna will see you. That means, by your service, try to act in such a way that Krishna will notice, oh, this person is doing some service. To try to please Krishna. So with that mentality, we come for darshan means, my dear Lord, now I've come before you so that you can review me, and if there's some service that I can do for you, please engage me. One mentality is, I've come to see you, but the other is that I've come so that you see me. Please engage me. Please engage me. I may not be able to do so much, but please engage me in your service. I may be fallen. Narottam Das Thakur says, Mosamo Patita Prabhu Napaive. You've come to deliver the fallen souls. So I'm the most fallen soul. I have some qualification. Please engage me. Please be merciful to me. So the author says that I'm drowning in this ocean of birth and death, but you're very merciful. You delivered these two fallen sons of Kumara, Nalakubara and Manigriva, who'd been condemned to stand as trees. You engaged them in your devotional service. So please engage me. Please engage me in your service. The materialists are proud. Why should I be a servant? Why should I serve? But if one takes the role of a humble devotee, please let me do some service. And Krishna may be pleased. Yes, this person wants to serve me. Then we achieve perfection. Grihanesha Mam Ajakchijish. All right, are there some questions, comments? No. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for the class. When you're saying Maharaj that when we come to temple and that we should come with the mood that Krishna should see us. So two questions, Maharaj. One is that what should be our activity so that Krishna can see us?
Activity is devotional service. It's not that, yes, I've put a $1,000 check in the hundi. Very good. But just like Maharaj Prataparudra, he was the king. He could have given so much wealth to Lord Jagannath. But he came to the notice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was sweeping the street in front of the Rath Yatra car. No great expenditure, no big gift, but although he was the king, he took the humble position. My dear Lord, please let me sweep the street in front of your car. And seeing that humility of the king, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so favorable to him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't want anything to do with him. I'm a sannyasi and you're a king. King is like poison. Hanta, Vishabhakshanato, for someone serious about going back to Godhead to associate with a king. King is a sense enjoyer. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no, I'm a sannyasi, I don't want anything to do with you. He didn't tell him that, but that was what he told his associates. I can't associate with this person, he's a king. But seeing the king sweeping before Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became pleased. Prabhupada said one time, the person who's sweeping the temple is as good as the person who's editing back to Godhead. Not that I'm the editor, I wasn't the editor of Prabhupada, but I'm the editor of Back to Godhead. Sweep, even the queens, the Dwarkaranis, they met the Draupadi and others at Kurukshetra. So women getting together, they talk about their marriage, they talk about their husbands. So the Draupadi was asking the queens of Krishna, how is it that you got Krishna as your husband? And they were giving their accounts that Krishna kidnapped me at my Swayamvara. Krishna wrestled with these great bulls and defeated them, made them like toys. Krishna did this, did that. And now he's accepting me as his wife, although I'm really just a sweeper in his house. They took that position. Rukmini Devi had so many servants, the goddess of fortune. People are praying for the mercy of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Rukmini is Lakshmi herself, and she had so many assistants. But personally, she's fanning Krishna out of love. Yome bhaktya prayachtati. You don't have to bring $10,000. If you bring a leaf or fruit or flower or water, to offer with love, I accept it. So that's the real qualification. A child, if he brings something for Krishna, oh, so nice. Not that, of course, if I have hundreds of thousands of dollars and I think, let me bring a leaf. Not like that. Krishna's not a fool. But even if we just give some small thing to Krishna with love, Krishna's eager to accept it. Ashnani. Krishna says, I eat that. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, a leaf, yes, we will eat leaves, spinach, or fruit, yes. But even pushpa, yes, if you offer me a flower with love, I'll eat that even. Because you're offering with love. So that's what Krishna wants to see. He doesn't need to see how big you are, how great, but something offered with love. Krishna just wants to begin some give and take. Please give me something. And then the love develops. You give him something, he gives you something. And the loving relationship grows. Prabhupada said this cauliflower is also flower. Yes, Maharaj, Keshav Maharaj.
Just building on this statement, beautiful statement by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur that we shouldn't try to see Krishna. And then, of course, we have these other prayers where the devotees are eagerly trying to see Krishna, like Jagannatha Swami and like, can you be visible to me? Or like, for example, Srila Prabhupada often quotes the other Swamis, Hey Radhe, Vajadevi, Hey, that they were running around, where is Krishna, trying to see Krishna. Can you just say something about how we reconcile those two?
Yeah, they're contradictory statements. On the one side, don't try to see Krishna. Try to act in such a way that Krishna will see you. On the other side, oh Lord Jagannath, please be visible to me. Oh Radharani, oh Krishna, where are you? Please be visible to me. Yes, this is devotional service. It's full of contradictions. Generally, some philosophy, if it has any contradictions, we reject it. But at the lotus feet of Krishna, every contradiction can be reconciled. So both things are true. We have a great eagerness to see Krishna, even Srila Prabhupada. What is that? Yes, anyway. Have a great eagerness to see Krishna. It's very good. And at the same time, to think that let Krishna see me. Let me act in such a way that Krishna will be pleased. Because from one point of view, even let's take it that our goal is to see Krishna. My goal is finally, I want to see Krishna. Even the material. Can you show me God? Where is your God? Hiranyakashipu. But the devotee, sincerely, he wants to see God, he wants to see Krishna. All right. Now what's the fastest way to see Krishna? Well, very simple. You just get your phone and with two fingers you go like this and you'll see. No. Act in such a way that Krishna will want to see you. Then you'll automatically see him. Prabhupada gave the example, you're working for some big company. What's a big company these days? I don't know. Google. All right, you're working for Google. You're maybe delivering the mail or you're doing some little coding or something. and you think that I would like to meet the CEO group of Google. I want to have some issue, I want to see him. So who are you? You're just some little punk coder in some office somewhere. Why in the world is he going to care that you're knocking on his door? Who is that? Oh, it's such and such person. Tell him I'm busy. Tell him to go back to work. But somehow, if you come to his notice that this person has done he's something wonderful, he's the most serious employee, he's doubled this, or somehow, whatever, somehow or he's come up with some new code, somehow he sees he's working overtime and he's just trying to, then if he wants to see you, doesn't matter how far down the totem pole you are, if the CEO wants to see you, then he'll call for you and you'll see him. Otherwise, the secretary of the secretary of the secretary will block you. You'll never get to see him. But if he wants to see you, easy business. So, taking it that we want to see Krishna, this is the fast route. Act in such a way that Krishna will want to see you. That eagerness is also counts. This person's eager to see you. All right, that counts too. But this person, how did Prataparudra Maharaj get the mercy of Lord Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yes, he's so humble, he just wanted to serve. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came. Yes. Is that okay? Thank you. Yes.
Krishna Maharaj, I have a question, but this discussion made me think of a verse you've quoted a couple of times recently. The true devotee only sees Krishna everywhere. Stavara Jambam Deki. Nadeki, Varavurti. Sarvatrahoy Nija Ishtadeki. Yeah, so that's nice. But my question is, when we say that the happiness and getting a good job or married life or whatever it is temporary, it's not lasting. Earlier in the class you mentioned that. But that devotional service goes on and on. I also feel sometimes like it's a post-dated check, that it goes on and on in the absolute sense. But temporarily, you also eat prasadam and it's enjoyable in that moment. You're not enjoying that prasadam the next day. Prasadam was enjoyed yesterday. Oh, maybe enjoys the wrong, whatever. There was enjoyment was there. So I'm just curious about the lasting effects of devotional service as against material activities when both seem temporary in our current experience.
It seems to be said that sense enjoyment is temporary, but it seems that in devotional life, everything is temporary also. You go to a big feast and after an hour, the feast is over. So everything there seems temporary. But devotional service is eternal. The particular feast may come to an end, the particular arti may come to an end, program may come to an end. But by virtue of that, of your devotional life, that becomes eternal. Brahma Sokyam Tvanantam. You get to go back to Godhead and feast forever, serve forever, join the program forever. Everything else will be interrupted. I make $1 million, and then I die, and the million is gone. But if I engage in the service of Krishna, whatever I've gained becomes my permanent asset, pratyabhayo nividyate, nothing lost. So how is it temporary? Yes. Permanent asset.
Permanent?
Asset. And one will experience, and the perfect devotee, at every moment he's experiencing Pradipadam Purnamrita Aswadana. What was, we were reading something, Srila Prabhupada was writing on Gaur Purnima, I think it was. He was here not here, he was in New York City in the very early days before he had followers and anything. And he was celebrating alone. There were no, and he was reflecting that back in Mayapur, so many devotees are taking part in big celebration. But Prabhupada said that, I'm paraphrasing, I'm alone, but I'm relishing the opportunity to serve my spiritual master for years. Not that I could have been enjoying. No, even if I'm alone here in New York City, if I have some service to do, then I'm relishing. And hoitukiya pratiyata, that service can't be there's nothing that can block that. No material force that can prevent us from being engaged in the service of Krishna. Is that okay? There's something here. Does a disciple need to understand and follow the mood of spiritual name given by Guru Maharaj, by the spiritual masters? We get a spiritual name. Do we need to understand, is it important to understand that spiritual name and follow the mood of the spiritual name? Yes, this is very important. One has to understand the spiritual name given by the Guru at the time of initiation. Das. Prabhupada said, everybody Krishna Das. Das, Dasi. That's the spiritual name. Not that because I'm given the name Balaram Das, then I must be very strong, or I must be like Krishna's brother, elder brother. No. Das. Everybody Krishna Das. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.